Sounds good. Okay. Somebody had said before I sounded too wide, so I went to 2700. Okay, I got it set the way you said, and I turned the processor off. How does that sound? Rick, what do you think?
This guy's showing up on my waterfall. I don't even have an antenna hooked up.
Come on, Rick, you can't run off yet. Well, I think it sounds more legible, you know. And,
There's no antenna on this.
Clearer. You're still kind of bassy, so I don't know if it's just you, the radio, the mic, or what. But I do think it sounds much more clear than it did before. Anybody else want to input here? I agree. It does sound better. And what's this QTH? I'm in northern Arizona. Yeah, he's up in Prescott there, Mike. Okay, I'm in Snowflake. Okay. Yeah, he just sounds just light, that's all. Okay, well, give me a minute to play with the P processor, and I'll turn the processor back on. I'll change the Parametric settings, and I'll get back with you guys. All right. Yeah, you're not as bassy as you were before. Still got your processor on? No, the processor's off. Yeah, I like this audio much better. Yeah, it does sound better. Yeah, I don't think I've ever ran processing on any radio I've ever owned. Well, when I was a big DX hound, I used to run it, but when I got out of DX, I quit processing. Yeah, and I could see it for DX, you know, give yourself a little more oomph, push that signal a little harder, but for reg tuning and local, I just don't see the point in it. Now, the 7 EDS. 7LB. J70 is up. E3QI. Yeah, see the clouds coming in here on my camera.
These guys don't sound as good as they think they sound.
Cool. So, Don, what was all the business about radio stuff in your truck? Are you cleaning your shack or what? No, I took all the stuff out of my truck when I took it in the garage. So I just had to do some lighting. Not a big deal. Oh, okay. So you had like a console unit in the middle there, right? Yeah, something like the police goes on. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing something like that on my pickup. I just, I don't know. I've got too many other things going on right now. I have an extra one because the one that was in there is a lot bigger than I like. I have to follow on that, so I got an extra one. Yeah, I'd have to see how it would match up with my truck, you know, compared to yours being Chevy and Ford. I know it'd probably definitely be different geometrics there. Well, you just have to have enough space on the floor in the middle. Yep. I think it'll work in any full-size truck. It's metal, right? Yes, it has a black wrinkle finish, and it's all steel. Is there any kind of cover on it, so when you're out of the vehicle, like it covers up the radios, or are they exposed all the time? No, they're exposed all the time. You know, all you need is a bath towel. True.
So I don't know if this noise on the waterfall is from the power supply in the computer.
Yeah, well, it looks like everybody's gone. No, yeah, well, hi, John. Yeah, okay. No, we just had to take care of something. Had to make something. They were delivering something today, right? Yeah, it suits for the bed. Oh, that's right, yeah. They delivered another microphone, so I got good microphone from Amazon for the radio. Which radio? The 350. Oh, cool. Yeah. Well, I spent all day at the VA today, man. I had appointments out to Wazoo. Well, I was there from 8 to 11. I was there from 7 till 12:30. Okay, well, how's that? I just changed the settings again, and now we're with the processor on, and Parametric settings, kind of similar to what you guys did, and a cross between what I was told by someone else. Sounds good. Well, you got your processor on, you say? Yes, the processor is on now, but reduced the amount and changed the parametric settings so that they should be a little more mild. Well, try it with the processor off and give us a little chatter. Okay, that's with the processor on, and this is with the processor off now. Processor is off. Processor's off, okay? Okay, well, I don't know. To me, there's a little warble at the top end of your speech, but maybe that's me. Robert, are you in there? Yeah, I'm here. It's got like a muffled sound to it. I just can't put my finger on it. You know, it's not the best I can say it. It's like a little bit muffled. It's kind of like got the, oh crap, what do you call it? I know what you're trying to say, Dorsey, and it's like that, let me think about it a minute. Mike, give me your 2 cents on this. Okay, yeah. It seemed like he just lost power, you know, and he was sounding great with the processor on, and when he took the processor off, it just sounded like he was, you know, weak. Right, it takes the punch out of it. Well, that's what a processor does. It adds punch, and when you remove that processor, you lose that punch. And so I've got the amplifier on right now, but I'm not sure this amplifier is working that great, so I'm going to turn it off here. Okay, so the amplifier is off now, and I was kind of wondering if you guys could hear any difference now. How big can you run barefoot? Yeah, big difference. So that's barefoot. Let me, hold on. Let me turn the, What radio is he on, guys? Okay, I'm going to turn it back up to 100 watts barefoot. 100 watts barefoot. Well, what's his processor setting right now? Processor setting is at 17. 17? Yes. Okay, because I've got a 101D and my processor is set at 60 right now. Well, I've watched a lot of YouTube videos on it, and most people say not to go above 20 on it, and 17 seems to be a pretty happy medium. Okay. Now you're running a Heil mic, right? Yes, this is a Heil mic. So I haven't heard. What do you guys say? Barefoot, how does it sound? Well, you're not very strong to me. You're much better with the amplifier. Okay, I'm better with the amplifier. How about the rest of you? Weaker. Jim, what about your audio settings? You're running the Parametric EQ settings, right? Right. And I've got my transmit bandwidth at 100 to 29 right now. Oh, really? I don't think I have mine set that high. Yeah, but your EQ settings. Let me get back to that. There's a whole bunch to that. What did he say his processor was? 17. Oh, it should be way up there. Well, that's the way mine is, but then I'm running the AC mic too. So, processor level, so looking in that TX audio menu is on compression. AMC release time is mid, and then you got your parametric EQ1, frequency level, and bandwidth. And then you just go on down the list. Well, give him the numbers, the 9 sets of numbers that you're running. Okay, all right. Well, just let me know when you're ready. You want to write this down or whatever. Okay, I'm ready. And give me the parametric and the P parametric, so there will be a total of 3, 6, 9, 18 settings. Okay, the parametric to start with, EQ1, frequency level, and bandwidth, they'll all be in that order. Okay. So it's 400, -5, and 5. The next one, number 2, is 800, 5, and 2. Number 3 is 3200 hertz, 10, and 10. Okay, now we're in a P parametric, EQ1, frequency, level, and bandwidth, in that order. 400, minus 10, and 2. And then number 2, EQ2, 800, 5, and 2. And the last one, number 3, is 3200, 10, and 10. Okay, I got it. I'm going to switch over to those and give me a couple minutes. Take a look and see how that compares to what you've got there. Well, I went by the settings that someone else gave me, but they didn't give me their P parametric, just their parametric, which was 500 plus 5 plus 10, 1500 plus 10 plus 10, and 3000 plus 10 plus 10. And from what I understand, the parametric is with the processor off, and the P parametric is with the processor on. So they have different settings for each side. Yes, that is true, and I've watched a lot of videos on that, and that's exactly true. There's a guy named N4H&H that does a lot of videos on this thing, but he won't reveal his Heil settings. He did tell everybody what his stock handheld microphone settings are, and those were perfect. In fact, I was on here with you guys, and you guys loved my audio. But I changed to this Heil, Pro headset with the number 6 cartridge, I think it is, if that's what it's called. And I haven't got the settings right yet. Okay. Well, bear in mind now, my settings are for my microphone, and this is the A2 M90S microphone, so there's quite a bit of difference from a Heil, I think. So take that for what it's worth. Okay, yeah. Well, the M90, I believe, uses or would act very similar to a stock microphone. Oh, yeah, you faded on the end of that. The M90 is very similar to a handheld microphone. In fact, that's what N4H&H says is the M90 and the M70s, they use the same exact settings for the hand mic. Okay, all right, very good. So I'll set those and I'll be back. Okay. Yeah, the M90 is a dynamic mic. Hey, Dorsey? Yeah, John? It sounds like when I had the A2 mic on this radio. Oh, yours is perfectly clear, John. It's your voice. No, when I had the A2 mic on here, in the beginning, when they had the 101D, I didn't have the A2 microphones. I tried using the Heil microphone, and it didn't work out. Oh, yeah. Well, I went to the M70 for a long time, but I just like the M90 better because it's dynamic rather than, what is the M70? It's electret or whatever they call it. This is M70 and the other one's MD100, so I can run either one. Yeah, the MD100 is just the older version of the M70.
These guys keep trying to run these Heil microphones on these new Yaesus, and
I had that thing set up with
they don't sound right.
Bob Heil said it wobbled. It was muffled on the D. And then I went back. I went over to the M70. Well, I think that's what I'm hearing on Bud. There's a little bit of warbling. You ought to try one of those Yaesu mics and see how they're shuffling. Okay, well, I got the settings just like somebody else had just told me. And so how does that sound? That's without the amplifier on. Can you turn your amp back on? I can't hear you now. You're down in the noise. Okay, that's with the amplifier on. I've got it on now, and I've got the parametric and P-parametric settings just like the last guy told me. Oh, very good. Well, keep talking. We'll listen. Keep talking some more? Okay. Well, N4H&H, he had settings similar to this for the stock microphone. In fact, I've got the settings written written down right here. The stock microphone would have been for non-parametric, the standard parametric would have been 310 and 10, 1310 2, and 2410 1. And you know that bandwidth, the higher the number is on the bandwidth, which is the third setting, the 10 means narrowing that bandwidth. In other words, keeping it real close to, if you have chosen 300 hertz, it makes it stay close to 300 hertz and doesn't let it vary a lot. If you have the bandwidth set at a low number like 1, it lets it use more of above and below 300 hertz. You guys understand that?
Yes, okay, makes sense.
It's kind of confusing because you think that 10 would allow more, but it's the opposite. It's 10 is less and 1 is less narrow.
Right. Now, when you go into radio settings and look at mode SSB, what do you have for your transmit BPF select?
Let me take a look here. Transmit BPF setting is 200 to 2800.
Okay, and I'm sitting here at 100 to 2900, so there's a little difference in this right there.
Okay, 100 to 2900 is set now, and that's the stock setting.
Is it? Yeah. It's the one that's in yellow letters, so yeah, it's the standard setting.
Yeah, that's the standard setting. I just added to that. Does it sound any different now?
A little bit here. I went to 200 to 28. Let me roll mine up and down. I'll go to 300 next.
I think you're more legible now, but
yeah, 300 to 27.
Okay, that brought your audio with a little more punch, with a lot more highs in it.
Okay, yeah, it's cutting the low down. Here's 400 to 26, so this is narrow, and the bottom's cut right off of it.
Yes, that's what happened. So the bottom cut off. Well, let me try that. Maybe if you guys say I have too many lows, let me try going up a little bit. Okay, there's 300, 2700. That should have brought my voice up a little higher.
Try it again, bud.
Okay, that's 300 to 2700 hertz, and so that's a more narrow bandwidth, and it should have cut some of the lows off.
It makes you, for low signal strength, like you're not real strong to us, it makes you more legible.
I think it's much easier to copy them now.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, now I just went up another notch, 400 to 2800. That's real narrow, and that's what they say to use if you want to, punch through a pilot.
Yeah, it sounds like you got your nose pinched, but yeah.
Okay, 300 to 2700. Sounds good. That's what I've got it at right now, 300 to 2700. And that might have been what the setting was. Actually, 300 to 2700 is...
These damn Yaesus. Why can they not just copy what ICOM does? People shouldn't have to do this to make their radio sound okay.
It's one cut above the stock setting. And, but with the high
If I had $1 for every time I sat and listened to this and heard people talking on the radio, I'd be rich. Everybody with the FTDX 10, the FTDX 101, the 710, they all have this problem. They don't sound good out of the box. Mine didn't sound good out of the box.
He does YouTube videos on these settings. He gave all the stock microphone settings, but he won't give the Heil microphone settings for free.
Doesn't Heil have them on their website?
They do, but that's what you heard. You heard me using those Heil settings from before, but they do not have Heil settings for this rig exactly. They've got it for the FTDX 2000 and the 5000, but they don't have it for the 10 or the 101s.
Oh, very different animals. If they have the 5000, that's probably the closest you're going to get to this radio.
Well, and Heil, Mr. Heil, Bob Heil's settings for the 5000 and the 2000 were identical, and those are what I have tried. And they didn't seem to really work. So I really wanted somebody with a 101 and a Heil microphone.
Okay, yeah. Keep hunting. We've got the 101s, but not the Heil microphone.
I do. I have a Heil microphone.
Do you?
Yeah. But you're not running it. I don't even know what it is, but I had my hands on it the other day. Well, Bud, you're sounding a lot better now, believe me.
Oh, okay, well, that's good to hear, you know, and at least I got a starting place with those settings.
Yeah, that's 20 times better. You're so much more legible now.
Okay, well, there's also another setting. They call it the eighth cut slope, and that's where it can slope off gently, or it can slope off more quickly. And I've got, well, I guess this is for the high cut slope, 2850 hertz with an 18 dB.
This guy's got to be pretty close to me. You can see him on the waterfall.
So that's sloping quite a bit. I could change that to, okay, now I've changed
There's
it to
no
60
antenna
dB,
on that SDR play at all.
per octave of slope, and that should have changed something a little bit there too. Yeah, that's where I'm set at 6 dB on the low cut and the high cut both. Okay, we got somebody on a frequency real close to us right now? Yeah, there's some guys on 35. They always bleed on us. Okay, I heard the blah, 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 blah. Yeah, nothing new. We sound like a bunch of bees buzzing in their ears, so, you know.
We bother them.
Oh, we probably bother them too, that's right.
Is it legible, easy to understand?
Oh, okay. Thank you guys so much for spending some time with me on this. It's, you know, I spent $200 on a microphone. Yeah, I mean, it's $200 after you pay for tax, and you have to buy the little adapter to plug it into your rig, and, you know, by that time, you'd have got $200 tied up. I wanted to free my hands up so I could do some DXing, you know, and I found that, you know, holding a pencil or typing on the keyboard is just impossible one-handed, you know. Yep, you're on the right track, though. Well, good. You learned a lot tonight, so you kind of know what your different options sound like.
Yeah, well, Bud, take a look on QRZ.com. There's always M70s and M90s show up, and you might want to try one of those mics.
Well, a lot of people have opinions on what mic to buy, and I was talking to a guy up in Washington, and he has actually the same radio and the same microphone, but he also has a desk mic, an ICOM desk mic, and he says you can buy these ICOMs used pretty cheap. And he said, oh, it's the best mic you can use. But, you know, I could, if I listen to everybody's advice, I'd have 25 microphones laying around. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Are you running what, the Hio Pro Set?
Yeah, it's the Pro Set 6.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you were running that. It's the same one I have, Dorothy. Well, I thought you were running an M70, John. I have the headset microphone. It's in the drawer. I haven't used it in a while, but it's the same one I have. Well, I got a Hio mic in the drawer also. It's called a Traveler. You know, it's got one earmuff instead of two.
Yeah, that microphone that guy told me to get was an ICOM SM-8, Sierra Mic-8 microphone. So you can find them used on eBay all day long for $100. And I believe him, but I think I want to get you know, stick with the Yaesu, either the M70 or the M90, you know, for a desk mic. So I was going to ask you, whoever's got the M90, how close do you have to be to that thing? I don't want to have to be, you know, 3 inches away from it. I want to get a desk mic that I can be, I don't know, probably a foot and a half to 2 feet away from it. Does that work?
Sitting about 6 or 7 inches away from my M90.
Yeah, here's about a foot away from mine, and then here's getting up close to it. Here's 2 or 3, 4 inches.
I'm about 10 inches away from it now. Get up close to it.
Well, you sound good either way, 10 inches, or you got a little overmodulated when you got up close on it, and yeah, 10 inches to a foot sounds good.
Well, there you go.
Try a foot and a half away. Well, a foot and a half away.
So you're running an old ICOM SM2, boy. Those have been around a long time.
Yeah, they have been around a long time, and that foot and a half away was a little bit weak. Yeah, it generally is. Everybody
help me when I get too far away from it.
Okay. So what do you like? How close do you normally stay to it?
About right here, which is about 4 or 5 inches.
Okay, well, if I do that, what I'm going to have to do is get one of those booms and attach it to the desk here and have that boom in front of my face. I can't just put it on the desk because it would be, I actually have my workshop bench. So it's a workshop bench that all my equipment is on, and all my equipment's in the workshop. So I've got, an L-shaped bench, and one side's for reloading bullets, and the other side's my ham equipment. So I sit on a stool that's, like a stool you'd sit on behind a regular, workbench to work on things. And so if I wanted to get close to a microphone on the bench, I'd have to bend over quite a bit, and my back would not be able to take it.
That's your more of a store cheap.
Yeah, I used to have one of those old, brackets where I could just pull it out wherever it was. But I went back to a desk mic a couple of years ago and never went back.
Yeah, I have one of those tile things over here swinging in the corner.
Well, send it to me. I could use it.
Where are you located?
I'm in northern Arizona.
He's up in Prescott, John.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Prescott Valley, Arizona.
So that's Indian country. Oh, you got a lot of good hams up in that area. There's a bunch of guys we know up there.
Yeah, well, there's John, AC7PH. Is he on tonight?
He's been on quite a few nights. We've known him for a lot of years. He's a good friend of ours.
Yeah, he doesn't live very far from me.
Oh, good guy there. So when he comes on, there's no good joints, no waiting.
They use your foot switches.
Yeah. Oh, you guys doubled that time. Yeah, I was thinking I could get a foot switch for about $40.
I made one.
I tried a foot switch and it didn't work for me, so I just used the push to talk.
Yeah, they make a trigger that you can buy for them too to plug into this Heil setup instead of turning the box on. So, but the box works for me. I just have to remember to push the button if I need to cough or something.
Oh yeah, I had a trigger for years, and I'm just not a box guy. I tried it for a while, and back in the old days, I used to get postcards from the SCC because I would yell 4-letter words and forget I was on box.
That's pretty funny.
Good for you, Dorsey. That is, you send a letter back to him and says, that is Dorsey.
You could just, blame it on somebody that's not on the net tonight.
Well, I learned never to use box around me.
Why is that?
Because my call sign when I was an Air Force fighter pilot was Sky Pig. So you can imagine what I'm like.
Sky Pig, huh?
You're sitting around a dinner table with him and you don't know what next word's coming out of his mouth.
Like a drunken sailor, huh?
No, a drunken sailor would be embarrassed to lay in the gutter with me.
W7BD.
W7ED and
7OPD.
W7EPA. K3QI.
My gosh, look at that. It's 6:20. I'm on a bail. Everybody have a wonderful evening. Good Friday night. Good Saturday tomorrow. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. And Bud, drop by anytime. Glad you sound so much better now. That sounds great. W7EDS. Good night, all.
Okay, Dorsey, take care. N7BUD.
Good night, Dorsey. Good night, everyone. W7EPA.
Yep, good night, Dorsey. Good night, everybody. Have a great evening, N7LPD. Okay, Jim.
Hey, Bud. Hey, send me your email address. K3QI. Nice to see that you help everybody out. You guys did that for me. Much appreciated. You guys are the best. K3QI, I'm clear.
Horrible.
Hey, Bud.
Yeah, go ahead.
You realize this.
Did you want my email address?
Yeah, do that. It's my call sign 2 times. It's W7JL at W7JL.net.
W7, I don't even have you on my list here. Can you give me the alpha on that? W what? W7 what?
Whiskey Juliet 7. It's Whiskey 7 Juliet Lima at Whiskey 7 Juliet Lima .net.
Okay, Whiskey 7 Juliet Lima at W7 Juliet Lima.net.
Yep, send me your email address. I'll fire you up something.
Okay, I'll send you an email right now.
Okay. Okay, we'll catch you later. Hey, Don, you still in here?
I'm here, John.
I'm getting ready for that loader.
Alright, I've got a ALS 500 here. Do I sound any better?
Oh, yeah, much better.
Yeah, I have to learn how to use it here because if you drive it too much, it keeps shutting down.
That's right. I forget when I drove mine, when I had it, when I had it running over here. I think the max I drove with was maybe 30 or 40 watts. Yeah, I was going to say 40 watts is about enough.
40, then I get a load fall.
Yeah, that's right.
But it seems to be a nice amplifier, and I think that if I talk to that guy enough, I think we'll be on the same system. He said microphone system is not the right, and he said if anything serious was wrong, it would be blowing the fuse, but it's not. He said we can probably figure out what the problem is.
Oh, did he connect to you?
Yes, I've talked to him 3 times now.
I mean, but did he connect to the amplifier?
No, well, the last time I talked to him, we said the microprocessor wasn't working. But Al and I, there's 2 interlock switches on the chassis, and I wasn't defeating one of them, and I'm sure that's why the microprocessor wasn't working.